Looking for financial support that strives to honor your community's rich heritage and cultural practices? Introducing RBC Origins. Our Indigenous banking specialists provide resources and advice that can help transform your ideas into tangible progress and community prosperity. At RBC, we're committed to driving your goals forward. Learn more at rbc.com/indigenous. RBC, ideas happen here.
I'm Rick Harp. This is your APTN News Brief for Monday, August 18th. We begin at the Manitoba Court of King's Bench in Winnipeg, where Friday morning the family of Ashlee Shingoose shared victim impact statements. It's been almost a year since serial killer Jeremy Skibicki was sentenced in her and 3 other First Nations women's deaths. And it's rare for impact statements to be read in court after a trial. However, the presiding judge said the circumstances are exceptional. Creason Ajagute has more.
It was an emotional day for the family of Ashlee Shingoose, who finally had the chance to read their victim impact statements in court, with Chief Justice Glenn Joyal calling it a deserved opportunity for the family. Justice Joyal began by calling the hearing necessary under exceptional circumstances. He added, "It is an opportunity to acknowledge the dignity of Ashlee Shingoose, to acknowledge who she was, where she came from, who she loved, and what was lost through her." A buffalo headdress, a red ribbon dress, and an Ashlee Shingoose banner was in the courtroom to signify her presence in spirit. Shingoose's killer, Jeremy Skibicki, chose not to attend. Only his lawyer was present.
They should have brought that murderer out here to listen to my talking, to listen to me, how I feel. That's what I wanted.
Speaking to Justice Joyal and crying at times, Ashlee's father, Albert, said the court failed him, with Skibicki not present to hear what he did to their family. "I wish he was here. I would have said to him, he took my Ashlee away. Who is going to look after my grandson and her kids? I am very, very sad and angry. Now we will have to try and explain to my grandchildren what happened to their mom. I'm at a loss."
Today was a difficult day.
Kyra Wilson, Grand Chief of the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, showed her support for the Shingoose family.
To listen and to hear the family's hurt that they're experiencing.
In court, Ashlee's mom, Teresa Shingoose, said, "I was really close with my daughter when she came home, and she used to always call me when she was here. Then all of a sudden, nothing. When we got my daughter's jacket a couple days ago from the Winnipeg police, it was a very heavy day for me." The family also lost Ashlee's daughter, 14-year-old Dana Shingoose, during the winter of 2023, when she froze to death back home in St. Teresa Point. She couldn't handle the pain. It put her into unsafe situations, and that's how we lost her. She was just a child, and now she's gone too. The family of Morgan Harris and Mercedes Myron gave their victim impact statements last year in July, before Winnipeg serial killer Jeremy Skibicki was sentenced life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years for 4 counts of first-degree murder. At that time, no one spoke for Shingoose in court because her identity was unknown and was given the name Buffalo Woman or Mushkade Bijiikwe, and police were only able to provide pictures of a baby fat jacket they believe she wore before her death. Shingoose was positively identified in March of 2025 after investigators found her DNA on a cigarette in Skibicki's apartment and on her leggings Skibicki threw away. He also identified her through police photos. Winnipeg police believe after Skibicki killed Shingoose in 2022, he put her remains in a garbage bin. They also believe Shingoose was his first victim, followed by Morgan Harris, Mercedes Myron, and Rebecca Contois.
We will find her, take her home.
While the court process is over, the family must now focus on trying to bring Ashlee home and help search the Brady landfill.
And have some sort of closure. And the pain, that's trying to say, will always be there.
I want to thank everybody for their support. I want to thank everyone. Let's keep this love going.
We are going to bring her home. We are going to do it together.
Creason Ajagute, APTN National News, Winnipeg.
And there to support the Shingoose family was Sue Caribou. the aunt of the late Tanya Nipanak, whose remains are also believed to be in the Brady landfill. She said Friday's hearing brought up memories of Sean Lamb, the man accused but never convicted of killing Nipanak due to a lack of evidence.
I'm very overwhelmed today because hearing it in court again, being in court again, that's the same thing with Sean Lamb. Same, it's like a replay. Every time I come to court, it's the same thing. No justice for our loved ones. If we bring Tanya home, will Sean Lamb be charged for her? Because they said no body, no evidence. I'm afraid for the next generation. Where is our justice system for the next generation? It's so, we don't have no justice right now.
Lamb would be later found guilty of manslaughter in the deaths of Carolyn Sinclair and Lorna Blacksmith. In 2013, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. An unidentified Indigenous woman found deceased in a downtown Winnipeg hotel has been gifted the name Mashkade Bijigigwe, or Buffalo Woman. That's the same name once given to the late Ashlee Shingoose before her identity was established. And the name was newly gifted in ceremony with the blessing of Shingoose's parents. Dennis Ward has more.
On August 10th, 2024, the body of the unidentified adult female was discovered in the stairwell of the Manwin Hotel on Main Street. Investigators have been working for some time to learn who this woman is and continue to search for someone who knows her story. Winnipeg police say this is not a criminal matter. They say the goal is to connect the woman with her family.
That's one step ahead to give us that strength to carry on.
The family of Ashlee Shingoose was on hand for the event. Thelma Morisseau, who helped give Shingoose the name Buffalo Woman in 2022, explains the meaning behind the name, which originated with Mary Roberts, a well-known grandmother from Roseau River.
And so we did pipe last night. We lifted the pipe at the request of missing persons, and I was presented with tobacco, and I filled my pipe. We talked about what we were going to do. We talked about the story, about where that name came from. We honored Noje Cueva, who was that grandmother that went fasting. We felt that passing the name on to this beautiful sister would be very appropriate.
And finally, the Sault Ste. Marie Indigenous Friendship Center is organizing a protest targeting a pair of government bills designed to expedite mineral exploration. They've called on their fellow centers to follow suit. And as Mike McDonald reports, it's rare for a center to wade into politics.
Bill 5 and Bill C5, and how that affects urban Indigenous people.
Kathy Surratt, the executive director of the Sault Ste. Marie Indigenous Friendship Center, says the organization is not necessarily engaging in partisan politics. Rather, it's sticking to its mandate to advocate for urban Indigenous people.
Still remaining and having that nonpartisan status, but yet more advocating on behalf of our people, for our people, and with our people.
Surratt says with friendship centers offering programs designed to reconnect urban Indigenous people with their culture, they too will feel the impact of Bill 5 and C5.
In terms of having, cultural camps such as moose hunt camps, so that we could teach the men in the urban Indigenous areas to hunt and to fish. And if Bill 5 and Bill C5 are pushed through, that is going to limit, again, access to the lands where we need those lands to teach our people.
Surratt adds the potential impacts of Bill 5 and C5 should be top of mind for all Indigenous people.
It's time that our people really look at what we are doing, what we are saying, hearing what we're saying. And the only way to do that is to grab their attention and to advocate, not only as a friendship center, but all Indigenous people, urban and the local First Nations, are also invited to come and walk with us, just voicing our concerns over the land. And generally, Indigenous people are stewards of the land, of our waters. And this is going to really impact First Nations as well as urban.
The Say No to Bill 5 and Bill C5 rally will be held the morning of September 9th, which is the 175th anniversary of the signing of the Robinson-Huron Treaty. Mike McDonald, APTN National News, Sault Ste. Marie.
And that's your APTN News Brief for Monday, August 18th. I'm Ray Karp.